We are honored that David Clennon, actor and activist, was able to fly from Los Angeles to be here with us. He has a long history of standing up for what is right in Hollywood, which isn't always an easy thing to do.
Mendacity. For me, the big story of 2022 was not the war in Ukraine. The big story was this overpowering, overwhelming tide of official mendacity about the war. And that mendacity was faithfully conveyed and amplified by the corporate mass media. I'm a creature of the media myself. When I act in a movie or a TV show, I get a paycheck from some big media conglomerate. Sometimes I get a paycheck from a company called NBC Universal, which includes Universal Studios in North Hollywood, California, and the huge network of NBC, including the cable news channel MSNBC. Now that same corporation, NBC Universal, that pays me to act in fictional shows, that same corporation is paying Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid and Ari Melber and Lawrence O'Donnell, paying them to tell stories that are not supposed to be fictional, like my stories. And a lot of my friends are addicted to MSNBC. Official imperial mendacity. The Bible calls it bearing false witness.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
It starts in some corner of the White House, the State Department, the CIA, somewhere in the neocon deep state. Some official of the empire proclaims that day's story, and the story, including the lies, is polished and embellished and amplified and broadcast by my fellow NBC Universal performers, Rachel, Joy, Chuck Todd, Nicole Wallace, Ali Velshi, and so many others. They call it perception management. And perception management works on something called narrative control. I'm going to borrow from the Australian journalist Caitlin Johnstone. We are swimming, not quite drowning, in a sea of the most sophisticated and expansive mass-scale perception management operation that has ever been devised. January 2022, 1 year ago, I'm watching the approach of disaster, like an oncoming train bearing down on me and all of us, suspecting that this looming disaster could still be avoided, easily avoided, but witnessing that hardening intransigence of Antony Blinken, Joe Biden, and every single talking head on MSNBC and CNN, daring Russia to take action, forcing Russia to make an impossible choice. But that wasn't the official story. Perception management. Our government, our media, managing how we perceive things, especially the way we see the crisis in Ukraine. They say, let us, your government, your media, New York Times, MSNBC, let us tell you the real story. We got the best narratives. We got the best writers. We give you narratives that are compelling and easy to swallow. And they were good at it. And I had to wonder, am I crazy? Am I having a mental breakdown? Because I'm seeing two dramatically different realities clashing. I was born in 1943, so I experienced some earlier wartime propaganda campaigns, and they were pretty impressive. Vietnam. Regime change in Chile, 1973. Central America, Iraq, Afghanistan, Iraq again, Iraq. State-of-the-art propaganda in 2002 and 3. Weapons of mass destruction, WMD, the secret program to develop weapons of mass destruction by the evil Iraqis. Hiding the secret WMD program from UN inspectors, the smoking gun mushroom cloud, and always the evil villain, Saddam Hussein, Saddam, and then Saddam, Hitler, Saddam, Hitler. Jump to 2022. The videos of the war in Ukraine were grim, but what was truly terrifying for me was to be closed inside, trapped inside a false reality which kept telling me that the horror of war had to be blamed on Russia and its insane, satanic, tyrannical despot, Putin, the autocrat Putin, the all-powerful dictator, the incarnation of evil, insane Putin, Hitler. Putin, Hitler. The sheer pervasiveness and total consistency of U.S. imperial mass media propaganda was unprecedented in my lifetime. 2022 was unique. It was the year of the greatest triumph of perception management and narrative control. George Orwell would have been impressed, maybe even astonished at what they pulled off. And remember, the foundation for this propaganda coup had already been laid beginning on the night Hillary Clinton lost her presidential bid to Donald Trump. That foundation was Russiagate. Rachel Maddow, the godmother of Russiagate. Congressman Adam Schiff, the official promulgator of Russiagate. Russiagate. I had to keep asking myself, am I just a lone dupe, a victim of Russian propaganda? Am I the only one who sees something different from what the media are telling me to see, what I'm supposed to be seeing? Am I alone in thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't add up? Well, we're going about our lives under the Stephen King science fiction dome of mendacity. Bob Dylan. The princess and the prince discuss what is real and what is not. What is real? What is not? Well, thanks to publications like Struggle La Lucha, thanks to the United National Anti-War Coalition, thanks to the Black Alliance for Peace, thanks to Covert Action Magazine, thanks to individuals like Alexander Mercouris and Garland Nixon and Ray McGovern and Scott Ritter and many others, thanks to all of them, I know that I am not alone, and you know that you are not alone. Thank you.